Hello and welcome to this video where I will be breaking down a scroll for you. Today I'm thinking we will break down the Kinfolk Veteran, but before I get to that I'm going to explain to you what net worth means because I'm going to be using that term a lot. This probably isn't the correct definition of net worth, but it's the one that I'm going to be using. When I say net worth, I mean the cost of a creature plus all the additional spells you're going to have to play on it to get it to hit for the damages that you want. For example, a Kinfolk Brave will cost 2 growth. Now, if you were to add a champion ring to that, his net worth would become 4, because you've spent 4 to summon him. Because champion ring is also 2, Kinfolk Brave is 2, that's a total of 4 resources spent. That gives him a net worth of 4. Now then, we'll be looking at the Kinfolk Veteran. His attack is reasonable, but it's fairly low for a 5-cost creature. A lot of 5-cost creatures are going to be coming up against things with 6 health, or sometimes 5 in the case of a Great Wolf, which is something you're going to be coming up against a lot. Attack of 3 is a bit too low for this, but the reason for this attack being low is something we will explain later. His health is baseline for something that costs 5. For 5 resources, you'll probably find something that will have a little bit more health and some things that'll have a little bit less health. And 5 is about right. There aren't a lot of cards that can come in and swing for 5 and knock him out before you get a chance to use him quite a bit. He has a countdown of 2, means he's not going to be swinging every turn, he's swinging every other turn. It's not as bad as an Honourable General, who is every 3 turns, he rarely swings without some sort of assistance. He swings every other turn, which is good. He hits for 3 every other turn. You can give him buffs to make him hit for more, and 3 every other turn is not bad. Now this is why this card excels. He has haste. When he enters the battlefield, his countdown is automatically set to 0. He can attack the same turn he enters the battlefield. For this reason, you better leave a tile in front of all your troops for the veteran to slot into. This lets him swing first, weaken down larger creatures, and let your other creatures mop up. I have some gameplay video of the veteran doing what he does best against me. Okay, so here I am, I've got my 2 Greylock Elders. I'm gonna hopefully draw a Fury, and then I'll swing for lethal next turn. Oh, okay, that's okay, he's going after the Scattergunner. Is that a problem? No, Scattergunner will survive. Okay, well, think. Maybe if I play that. Okay, also here I have the 2 Greylock Elders. I'm ready. I can Fury next turn, do some pretty good damage. You won't be expecting 2 swings, one straight after the other. And wait. Oh, that Greylock Elder's dead. Oh, and a Great Wolf. That's good. I don't think there's much I can really do here. Now I'm going to go through what the Kinfolk Veteran works well with, and I'm going to pick 2 cards from each resource. In order, the Kinfolk Veteran works well with Focus. Focus is a cheap spell that gives him a 6 attack, and your opponent's not going to expect that. Gives him a net worth of 6 to play that, and 6 attack for 6 is pretty good. This attack suddenly becomes ridiculously scary, because your opponent has no way of predicting it. Flip is another good order card that works well with it. Flip costs 2 order, takes a creature from anywhere on your opponent's side of the field and puts him anywhere else of your choose. Now, you could just take out, like, the key to an enemy's plan, pull it off to the side, and let it have a little one-on-one time with your Kinfolk Veteran. I can tell you he will not last long. This is a good way to get rid of your opponent's vital units with pretty much no effort at all. Now, cards from Growth that he works well with. The big one that comes to mind is Crimson Ball. Crimson Ball adds 2 attack to all of your creatures. If you're playing Growth, it's not unreasonable to be running at 7 Growth in your resource pool, so playing a card with a net worth of 7 isn't unlikely. The net worth, though, 7 for 5 attack, doesn't sound that good, but that +2 goes onto all of your creatures. So, your Sister of the Fox, who's swinging in for 1, suddenly swings in for 3 alongside your 5. That's pretty good. Next growth card that works really well with this is God Hand. Yeah, I know, God Hand costs 8, and unless you're a long way into a growth order battle, you're going to be casting Veteran and God Hand in one turn. However, once your Veteran's on the field, it can be very useful for sliding to the side and picking off the enemy, and I have a very annoying video where someone does that against me. Okay, well, this isn't looking good. I can... Well... That's annoying. I was going to recover from that. Plenty in my hand. Good game. Idol was on 10 health as well. Good cards from the energy side for mixing with the Veteran is the Blast Strike. When you absolutely have to kill everyone in the room, the one damage that goes to the adjacent targets will knock out weaker targets like Memorials, which will stop them from being targets for other spells that help your enemy. This also allows him to hit something hard, kill it, and then wound the more powerful units around it, making them easier to be mopped up by or swinging in weaker creatures. And the last card that works really well with the Veteran is the Gravelock Raider. I know what I said, Gravelock Raider. It's a 1-summon creature, which kinda doesn't make sense when we're going about level 5 creatures, but if you can get the Raider out early, get him some good boosts for his attack, and then swing in with a Veteran first, the Gravelock Raider can use his Relentless to sprint through the last few creatures and hit the idol pretty early. Now I'm going to run through scrolls that Kinfolk Veteran is a good counter against, and I'm going to give you one from each resource. For Order, he is good against the Royal Spearman. The spiky effect on this card deals 2 damage to any unit that damages it, which means that a lot of creatures in green will just die ramming into his spear. The Kinfolk Veteran can tank this damage, take care of the Royal Spearman, and allow your weaker creatures to hit the more vulnerable creatures at the back and do a lot more damage than they would do slamming into a spear. From Growth, a good card for using the Veteran against is the Mangy Wolf. Once a Mangy Wolf has entered the field, his ability fires off and there is nothing you can do about that. His wolves are going to swing slightly faster. But if your opponent has a Great Wolf that's quite powerful and you just need to get one creature in there to weaken it, you can pull the Mangy Wolf off, hit it with the Veteran. It will kill it. That's the attack that it matches up to. And that is a good way to clear out your Great Wolf's massive attack sprees. From Energy, a good card to be countered by the Veteran is the Scattergunner. Scattergunner is an incredibly powerful unit. It has 4 attack and attacks every other turn, but he only has 2 health. You can easily throw a Veteran at him and stop those heavy blasts on your idols and creatures pretty early on. Hopefully this video gives you an idea of how the Kinfolk Veteran works out, what his strengths and his weaknesses are, how he works, and how he can be utilised to best effect. I hope you've enjoyed this video and will be able to utilise the knowledge I've shared. If you think I missed anything, or have other cards I should break down, then please feel free to leave them in the comments. Thank you for watching.